Welcome back to Nexus Tech, where we break down the strategy behind the tech. So, November 2025 is looking absolutely stacked for new game releases. But if you look a little closer, it's not just a crowded calendar. It's actually a roadmap, a blueprint, really, for the entire future of the gaming industry. So that's the big question we're tackling today. What can three totally different video games possibly tell us about where this whole industry is going? We're going to dig into them, not as a review, but as a fascinating case study, because each one represents a completely different and surprisingly successful vision for what a game can even be. All right, so here's the plan. We're going to look at what I'm calling the three pillars of modern gaming: the mobile juggernaut, the blockbuster machine, and the hardcore expansion. Each one is a unique path to success, so let's dive right into the first one. Okay, pillar one, the mobile juggernaut. This strategy is all about one thing: getting a game into as many hands as humanly possible, usually by taking a famous brand and throwing it into a whole new arena. And there is no better example of this right now than our favorite blue hedgehog in a game called Sonic Rumble. Now, the huge story here isn't just the game itself, it's the team-up. You've got SEGA, the creators of Sonic, partnering with Rovio, the folks who made Angry Birds a global phenomenon. This is the first time they've ever worked together, and it's a brilliant move. You take a legendary character, smash it together with a mobile gaming titan, and you get this wild 32-player free-for-all. And when you look at how they built this thing, it is engineered for maximum reach. First off, it's free to play. Boom. The biggest barrier to entry, just gone. Then you have full crossplay, which means it doesn't matter if you're on an iPhone, an Android, or a PC, you can all jump in and play together seamlessly. And how do they make their money? Just cosmetics. So the core game is open to absolutely everyone. So did the strategy work? Yeah, big time. Get this, 10 million early rumblers, as they're called, pre-registered for the game before it even launched. That number isn't just marketing fluff, it's a massive vote of confidence from the market. It just shows the incredible power you get when you put a beloved brand on a platform that's in everyone's pocket. So that's pillar one in a nutshell. IP diversification. It's SEGA taking Sonic, a character we all grew up with on consoles, and strategically stretching that brand into a totally new genre on a totally new platform. They're going where the next generation of players already are, and that's on their phones. Okay, so from that strategy of mass expansion, let's do a complete 180. We're shifting to our second pillar, which is pretty much the exact opposite. We're leaving the accessible world of mobile and entering the high-stakes, mega-budget territory of the annual blockbuster, represented, of course, by Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Let's be real, a new Call of Duty isn't just another game release. For Activision and its millions of fans, this is the major event on the calendar. This strategy isn't about finding a new audience, it's about delivering a gigantic, premium, absolutely content-stuffed experience for one of the most dedicated fan bases on the planet. And their approach is honestly genius. You're not just buying one game, you're effectively getting three huge games in a single package. You get a high-tech co-op campaign, the classic sweat-inducing competitive multiplayer, and the fan-favorite zombies mode. This triple threat means that no matter why you play Call of Duty, there's a deep experience there for you, which makes the game incredibly sticky. And if you need a single number to understand the sheer scale of this model, just look at the install size, a whopping 115 gigabytes. This isn't some little app you download in 30 seconds. This is a colossal piece of entertainment designed to dominate your console's hard drive and all of your free time. So this defines our second blueprint, franchise consolidation. The strategy isn't to diversify, it's to double down. It's about dominating your corner of the market by just consistently delivering overwhelming value to that massive existing fan base that comes back year after year, expecting a reliable premium product. And that brings us to our third and final pillar. And you guessed it, this one is different all over again. This is about taking a really demanding, niche, hardcore experience and strategically finding ways to expand its reach. Our case study? The long-awaited PlayStation 5 release of Stalker 2. So, Stalker 2 has already been a huge critical success on PC and Xbox. But this release is about something more. This is about the celebrated Ukrainian developer GSC Game World, bringing their tough, uncompromising vision of survival horror to a whole new ecosystem of millions of PlayStation players. And to be clear, this is not just a simple port.
No way. The developers have gone all in on the PS5 specific features. They're using the DualSense controller's adaptive triggers to make every gunshot feel different, haptic feedback so you can literally feel the oppressive atmosphere, and 3D audio to crank the tension up to 11. They're leveraging Sony's hardware to maximize the game's greatest strength, deep, terrifying immersion.
And there's our third blueprint, niche expansion. Here, success doesn't come from trying to build a mass-market hit from day one. It's the opposite. You perfect a hardcore, genre-defining game for a dedicated cult following, and then you methodically, thoughtfully expand that experience to new platforms to grow your audience across the globe. You know, these kinds of strategic plays are happening all the time, right across the tech landscape. So if you want to stay up to date on the strategies that are shaping our future, now is a perfect time to subscribe to the Nexus Tech channel. Okay. So let's pull all of this together. We've got 3 wildly different games with 3 wildly different strategies, all launching in the same month. So how do they really compare, and how can they all possibly succeed? Well, this table lays it out perfectly. Sonic Rumble is going for that casual mobile audience with a free-to-play model. Black Ops 7 is serving the mainstream player with a premium price tag plus a live service model, which really just means they keep updating it with new content to keep you playing. And Stalker 2 caters to the hardcore fan with a simple one-time purchase. You can see they're in 3 completely separate lanes. So here's the big takeaway from all this. There is no single right way to succeed in the games industry anymore. This diversity is a sign of a mature global market. The days of a one-size-fits-all approach are long gone. The fact that these 3 totally different blueprints can all thrive at the same time isn't a sign of a fractured industry, it's a sign of a healthy, dynamic, and incredibly vibrant one. And that leaves us with one final fascinating question. As technology like cloud gaming and AI continues to evolve, are we going to see these 3 blueprints start to merge? You know, could we get a free-to-play, hardcore blockbuster you stream on your phone? Or will these strategies just drift even further apart, creating even more specialized experiences? The games of November 2025 give us the map, but the destination, well, that's still being written. Thanks for joining us on Nexus Tech.